Republican candidate for governor who's fought against COVID-19 mitigations in court now has a close relative fighting for his life against the deadly virus.
Our state Capitol Bureau Chief Mark Maxwell has more.
He doesn't understand the damage that his lockdowns have did to small businesses.
Darren Bailey made a name for himself challenging coronavirus capacity limits in court, rallying angry protesters at the State House, and refusing to wear a mask on the House floor.
I have a choice to make if I want to put my mask on.
Now he's running for governor and tapping into coronavirus frustrations to fuel campaign momentum.
Governor Pritzker has destroyed our economy.
At a Tuesday stop in Springfield, Bailey raged against pandemic protocols. What he didn't tell us? His wife's brother is battling COVID-19 from a hospital bed. According to fellow church members, Bailey's own brother-in-law was transferred to a hospital in St. Louis under a medically induced coma for specialized treatment. They're asking for urgent prayers while Bailey sows doubts about public health data that shows vaccines are effective.
We asked for the proof. We want to see it. Where is this coming from? Where is this going? And they never present it. So my facts, your facts, my data, your data.
It's on their website. It's right there for everybody to see.
What I do know is we have a destroyed economy. We have, who's talking about the children that have committed suicide and taken their lives because of the mental illness? That's what I'm getting frustrated about. Who's talking about that?
Public health data shows nearly 98% of Illinois patients who died due to COVID-19 illness this year did not have the vaccine.
We have a vaccine that can literally save lives. Every death that we're seeing now is literally a vaccine preventable death, and that's a tragedy.
I am sorry for his brother-in-law who is hospitalized with COVID-19.
Governor Pritzker responding to our reporting, saying leadership is about listening to experts.
Look, misinformation is killing people. And people who are promoting misinformation, people who are not listening to the science, are not helping anybody. We need leaders in the state of Illinois, people who represent the people of Illinois, listening to science.
They are smart enough to figure out if what they need to do, in their own little realm. So whatever that is in their community and their place of work, it's up to us. A government cannot and should never tell its people how to live, how to behave, what to do.
Bailey campaigned on promises to end all COVID restrictions, eliminate gun ID laws, end state funding for abortion services, and cut state spending. He made it clear he would not require mandatory vaccinations. But would he encourage people to listen to public health experts?
Should more people get vaccinated?
That's up to the people to decide that. That is up to the people. You know what? Why should I answer that? Why should I answer that?
For leadership.
Why should I answer? So if I'm vaccinated, that's good, and if I'm not, that's bad? No, that's not right, Mark. That's wrong.
But he did answer that question at a closed Republican forum last week.
I'm not vaccinated.
We reached out to Bailey's campaign once again after we learned about his brother-in-law's health. The campaign said, quote, "This is a virus. There's no hiding from it. It's exceedingly rare that people without serious risk factors become critically ill. The data is clear on that," the campaign says. "It's extremely rare, but it does happen," calling it a tough situation for the family, saying they covet your prayers. The church members in the prayer group say that Bailey's brother-in-law was able to open his eyes in that hospital bed for the first time just yesterday since being hospitalized last week. They hope that's a sign that he's on his way to recovery. Reporting in Springfield, Mark Maxwell.